What's the go?
So this, I'm going to give you a warning, yeah? It's an official warning that you have to stand in the balcony and obey the rules while you're here, yeah? And that's, we have to go the rules again. I don't care.
So am I allowed to go to the laundry?
You're allowed to go to the laundry, but you've got to wear a mask, yeah?
Yeah, righto.
And you definitely can't go up to fencing rods, but you're allowed to go to the laundry, yeah? That's always been the case, yeah?
Right, so if I was sitting just here, which is right near the fence, why are these guys in a cabin that's right near the fence? It makes no sense, does it?
Yeah, but you can't leave your balcony to go to the fence to talk to somebody else. That's just obvious, yeah?
So if I was at that balcony...
So there has to be lines everywhere drawn, yeah? And one of the lines is you cannot leave your balcony and you cannot go to someone else. Where it makes no sense or it doesn't seem right to you, that is the line, and that's what the law is, yeah? And that's how it goes, yeah?
The law?
Well, the show direction.
There's a law that says
show
that.
Direction, yep, there's a show direction, yeah? And how the behaviour must be done, especially in this area, because it's much more highly infectious and likely to have infected people, yeah?
Highly infectious when all of us people are negative.
So far, the risk is still very high, yeah? Just while you're here, can we just do that? Otherwise, the next time it's a $5,000 fine, and we don't want to do that.
It's a $5,000 fine if what?
If you breach again.
If I walk out onto that path.
Without your mask on, for no reason other than the laundry.
If I cross that yellow line,
saying that you've broken the rule.
that I've broken the rule, I will be issued with a $5,000 fine.
That's correct.
Right.
Okay. We could even do that now, but we're giving the warning first. Have a chat with you because it's a big fine. Rather just do the right thing, yeah? Like I said, I'm not here to fight with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight with you.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to do the right thing, and unfortunately it's my job to make sure they do. I don't do the ins and outs. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm just here to make sure the rules are here. Yeah? How's Christmas? Okay, man.
Alright. Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises unto Yahweh,
Banking through time.
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Akwakadash, double unto the elder apostle, GMS, peace, citation, blessing to the Akim, labor in this truth, Shalom to the hopeful elect. Alright, and I'm going to get into a little lesson. As you've seen the video I just played, I got another one here that I was watching a little bit earlier. You know, it's at a lady that was, you know, in Australia, and basically she got this lady right here. This is her second time being in the the isolation camps, as they call them, you know. So again, this is for edification purposes, you know. I'm not the owner of this video, so you know, just say that for copyright reasons. But anyways, she's going to tell how she was in a camp, you know, a month or so before, and then she ended up, you know, going back to a camp again. And the reason why is because she was contact traced, you know, with the individual. She was spotted out in public. They tracked her scooter that she had, I guess, to the tag on the scooter, and then they got video footage that showed her with the person that I guess had a negative test. So they come to her house and pretty much took her back to the camp. So I'll play a little bit of this and give a few precepts.
It was a friend of mine went to work and got tested for COVID. He had a little bit of a cold. He tested positive. He got put into this quarantine camp. And then we went about our days as normal, and then the investigators starting to knock on our doors and stuff like that. So then what actually happened was I had investigators come. I walked out the front of...
Just to interrupt you, so how did they investigate you? Were you part of a contact tracing kind of list? Or?
So what they did is how they contacted me was I have a scooter and they ran my number plate, and they ran the number plate and seen the footage that I was with the person who had tested positive, and that's how they knocked on my door and knew where I lived from running my number plates.
Okay. So then do they...
So, yeah, that's all I'm going to play on that because, you know, it says some words that, you know, that they don't like, so. But anyways, just, you know, from what I listened to another, you know, 3 or 4 minutes of it. But anyways, they end up taking her back to the camp. All right, and, you know, pretty interesting deal there. But, you know, I looked at some of the comments on here. All right, and these people, you know, they don't have no understanding of you know, the times we're in, what is really happening. All right, these people, you know, they just talking about, you know, just this guy right here. Look, it says, if what she says is true, then she was incarcerated without court being involved. That is unlawful. She needs a good lawyer. Hey, man, y'all don't have no idea, man. They don't get it. Alright, that's why, you know, it's, you know, us Akim, that's in this true Akwath, they're in this truth, you know, they're receiving this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Hey, we're truly blessed because, you know, starting with the elder apostles, you know, and like-minded brothers on down, you know, this truth is being pushed out there. All right, it's you know, the prophecy has been prophesied. All right, of, you know, these end times. All right, and, you know, through the signs that are given. All right, according to the scriptures. You know, like it says in the second Ezra's chapter 9, I think. Measure thou the times diligently. All right, and that's, you know, how you measure the times according to the scripture. Okay, so this is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, which we know, you know, Esau, Edom, all right, the so-called white man, all right, whom the, you know, power of the earth is given to in the hand of the wicked, referring to Job 9:24. We know that Esau, Edom, is the physical counterpart of Satan, which is, in fact, the devil, these devils on earth. All right, it says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So these devils is pushing toward their agenda, the Revelation 13:16. All right, they you know, and through all their you know, witchcraft, sorcery, all right, and their pseudo science, or whatever else, you know what I mean? It's man, it just goes on and on. All right, but we know what is the goal, the ultimate goal is. All right, is, you know, causing all to receive of that charagma. All right, if you don't know what that charagma is, that's the Greek word for for this right here. It's the Greek word for mark. All right, charagma. So they are set out to, like the scripture says, cause all. All right, and you go into the outline definition of this charagma or charagma, a stamp, an imprinted mark. All right, it says, of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist, which we understand that word Antichrist really means anti-Messiah. And we know this whole world lieth in wickedness, you know, starting with, you know, the wicked powers that be. All right, Esau, Edom. It says the mark branded upon horses. Okay, so again, they trying to, make everybody into perpetual slaves. All right, and brand them with this imprinted mark. All right, it says thing carved, sculpture, graven work. All right, of idolatrous images. And the root word for charama is charox. All right, another Greek word charox says a pale or stake or palisade. All right, palisade or rampart. So, all right, if you look up, old timey palisade or palisade, all right, pale or stake, all right, you know that the end of it is carved to a point, all right, and we know, just like the serpent, like say, who will pity a charmer that's bitten with the serpent, all right, all right, the serpent had them fangs, and that's what they inject, that poison with, all right, and that's what they're going, come with, when it comes to the MOTB, which, that's code for, the charama of the beast. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read this verse, Revelation 13:16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charama in the right hand or in their foreheads. All right, and just because it says right hand, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be in the right hand. If if they don't have a right hand, then it has to be in their left hand, right? All right. Anyways, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the charama, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 666. And we know that these devils are pushing, Satanism throughout the earth. Everything you see, almost everything you see, especially on TV media, news, all these people throwing up their little Baphomet signs, doing their what's that stuff called, their little like hand gestures and whatnot, all right, so, and we know, that BG, that Microsoft guy, all right, he has a patent on a implantable CHIP, all right, a micro, all right. It's readily available on Google. You type in 2020-060606, and it pops up and goes into it, and that's BG's patent on the implantable micro, and it was patented in early 2020, and it has to do with cryptocurrency. All right, so when it's talking about that he might buy or sell, say that he might buy or sell, say he had a mark. So that's exactly what it means, buy or sell. All right, and it says, and that no man. Okay. Let me see here. Let me just do that real quick for edification's sake. Yeah, so here you go. Type in 2020-060606, and I checked out this one, but I'm pretty sure they're all saying the same thing, and it is a patent that is on the books. All right, and that's why you got so-called Christians, so-called, religious leaders, even other camps, and they are truly blinded by Yahweh Shah, and they can't see it, or they all sellouts at the end of the day, because it's right there. All right, start, the elder apostles on down, like my brothers, hey, they've been bringing it out, for many years. All right, talking about, these times we're in now, all right, and the times to come. All right, and breaking down the scriptures. All right, measuring the times diligently. Let's see here. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. I'll start at verse 21. All right, this is going into the ungodly. It says, such things did they imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness have blinded them. So, again, if, whomever is blinded to this truth, at the end of the day, if they can't receive it, then, Yahweh Shai put that blindness on, the spiritual blindness. All right. Verse 22, as for the mysteries of the Most High, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls. All right. So, these people, man, let's see, I was wanting to get something else. Let me try to find it. Yeah, Sirach chapter 10. Sirach chapter 10. I'll start verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. All right, so we know the wicked whom are controlling the earth. All right, earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Hey, all these lower level people underneath the governments, the police, at the end of the day, the military, at the end of the day, hey, they gonna serve their master, all right? And they gonna push this wicked agenda. And you gonna have many people gonna fold up, even these man, just everyday people, they gonna, bow down to this beast. All right, and do whatever he say. Take that juice. Take that charama. All right, and at the end of the day, they're gonna be, all the ungodly are gonna be against, the righteous. It says, "In what manner a man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein." All right, so again, the wicked is the ruler of the city currently, and of course, the earth is run in complete and utter wickedness, confusion, and man, it's not good. Verse 3, an unwise king destroy his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. All right, just like say, I think that was at Matthew. Slovakia. Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. I'll start verse 21. For then shall be, in this words Yahushua, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. All right, and that's going to the times that we are coming into. All right. And except those days shall be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. All right, because if these days weren't shortened by Yahweh Shah, hey, these devils, they would destroy everything, including themselves, because they're wicked. It is not in their DNA to preserve life. All right, and they're going about it in their own wicked way. All right, anti-Messiah. They're anti-Messiah ways. All right, that's why when the Bible, when you got your, plantation Christians, thinking Antichrist is gonna come. Well, the anti-type is already here and have been here. Just like Yahushua said, is what it say, roughly paraphrase, the last days you heard that the Antichrist would come. Even now there are many. All right, even then there were many. All right, and that's when it's talking about, Satan in Revelation, talking about Satan be loose for, a little season. Hey, this is that little season ever since, the start of the Renaissance. All right, these devils have been loosed to go out and to deceive the whole earth. And that's exactly what they had done. All right, and they deceived the earth mainly through Christianity, but obviously Christianity ain't working no more for them. So now they're, going to the science and, trying to do all these witchcraft enchantments, casting these demonic spells on people. And hey man, it's a wicked world. There's so many things that can suck the life out of you. All right, like just TikTok, for instance. You sit there and it's a never-ending scroll of TikTok videos. All right, you know what I mean? And that's just one example. And you got brothers got jobs, wives, houses, kids, bills, work. It's a never-ending cycle. Everything's designed to keep you in a perpetual state of sleep. All right, that's why it's still all through the spirit and power of Shah, that we have received this truth and have been awoken. All right, into the truth. All right, it says there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the Lord Yahushua Shah is going to shorten these days for the elect. The elect of Israel. This is Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. All right, so this is not a rest. This again, this earth is all wicked. It says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. All right, everything is polluted. The food, the water, the air, all right, the people. Let's see, Rome. I don't know if this is it or not. Yeah, Romans 13:11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed. Okay, so again, now's not time to be, falling asleep. All right, these people in you see what's going on in Australia. All right, and they ain't got no guns and stuff over there. So of course the government can roll on them a little easier, with more ease. But the people, You know, it don't matter if they what the lady says. She said they all testing, minus, they all testing negative. Hey, it don't matter. They still them can't, because then people ain't complying with what they want, and what they want is compliance. They want to be able to hit them up. All right, they want to be able to hit them up. All right, and then when time, hey, and when they come push that charama, it's gonna be the same way. You're gonna be in this imprisonment. You're gonna be in this camp. All right, and you're gonna keep coming back. We ain't gonna let you out until you do what they want. All right, and that goes into was it Revelation 2:10 or 3:10? Let's see. Revelation chapter 2 verse 10, where Yahushua said, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil being Esau Edom, the wicked, all right, shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life." All right, so that 10 days is, just meaning a set amount of days, all right. And as you can see over there in Australia, people are being cast into prison and they're being tried. How are they being tried? Because like that lady, she's there twice already, because she don't want to, obviously take that juice. So they're casting them into prison. All right? But, hey, you like say, be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. Let's see, Salaki, I had a priest, I lost it. Let me read this again. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. All right, let's see, Slovakia. But yeah, man, that's what's happening, man. And just because it's over in Australia right now, all right. I mean, there's brothers in Australia, you know what I mean. But it's gonna be like that everywhere. All right, it's just a matter of time. These devils work in gradualism, okay. And I guarantee half the people over here, in America, they don't even know what's going on. If you went and told the average, person on the street, hey, this is what's going on in Australia, they probably think you bugged out. They think you lying, That's on brothers, you're bringing out this truth, Hey, they think brothers is bugged out, yeah. But hey, what does it say in Ezekiel 33, verse 33? And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. All right. Amos 3, verse 7. Says, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So again, all right, starting with the elder apostles on down, like my brothers, hey, through the Spirit, Yahweh Shah has revealed this truth unto us. We have been, awoken, by the Spirit, and we have received this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, and whatever portion, it was, is due. Whatever portion, we receive, that Yahweh Shah give us. All right, because everybody's portion is a little different, But we all see this. We all agree with this. We see what time it is, And again, through the Spirit, hey, ain't nobody making no sense of the scriptures. All right, if it ain't come from the elder apostles and like my brothers on down, But again, it's gonna take a lot of these people. It's gonna take them, you know, it actually happening before they actually start realizing, hey, you know, them Hebrew Israelites, you know, they were right, you know. Let's see. Let me get this real quick. Because we know, hey, whatever happens, you know, is set up, you know, by Yahweh Shah. You know, if we had to die in this truth, or if we had to, you know, be immortal, however you say that word, you know, if we had to, you know, if it be our lot to, you know, be faithful unto death, you know, Lord willing, Yahweh Shah, you know, give us the strength to do so. All right. But we know the end result for these devils. All right. Because, you know, they ain't gonna reach their goal. This is Job chapter 20 verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, all right, when these devils about to, you know, they think they're about to, you know, accomplish their agenda. So the Most High shall cast his fury, the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he's eating. The fury of the wrath gonna be via the ICBM missiles and them the lasers from the chariots. All right. Verse 24 says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Whoo. It says, it is drawn and cometh out of the body, and that's going into them the warheads that coming out of the, you know, the silo and the missile. It says it is drawn and cometh out of the body, because when the missiles they start out in a silo, they get shot into the atmosphere, and when they come down, it releases the warheads or the missiles inside of it. It says, yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall, terrors are upon him. The glittering sword, because it's a fire coming down from heaven. All right, yeah, and it also be the chariots, because they gonna be shooting down them beams, the beams of concentrated fire. But yeah, that's hey, we know the end of the wicked. Job 21 verse 30 says that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. All right. I should start at verse 29. Have you not asked them that go by the way, and do you not know their tokens? Do you not know the tokens of the wicked? It says that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction, that they should be brought forth to the day of wrath. So, hey, all these devils that sit on high right now, hey, their reign is but for a short time, all right? And it's soon to be brought to naught. This is Isaiah chapter 29. I'll start at verse 18. And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. All right, and hey, the Spirit, Yahweh Shema Shah, Spirit and power Yahweh Shema Shah, starting the elder apostle on down, like my brothers, those whom, the Lord is calling to this thing, whom have the capability, to be able to see this spiritually. We are hearing the words of the book. All right, it says, "Our eyes of the blind shall see." All right. It says, "The meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yashah, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel." All right, hey, that's what we're doing. Rejoicing in the promises you have of Shem Yashah. Lord willing will be a part of it. Hey, but Yahweh Shem Yashah is giving us showing mercy upon us to be able to receive this truth, have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding the truth. All right, and as I say, Sirach chapter 2 verse 10. Look at the generations of old. See whoever trusts in the Lord was ever confounded. Roughly paraphrasing that. All right, we rejoice and we seeking Yahweh Shem Yashah because we understand that, hey, the time, all right, the end of Esau's world is at hand. All right, and we know, all right, the kingdom is to follow, and our only way to escape, especially if you're here in Babylon, Babylon the Great, America, is, we be a part of that hope, we be part of that elect, and we receive salvation, via how shine the chariot. All right, that's our only way. That's the only way out. We are, solely dependent on Yahweh, B'Shem Yahshua. All right, that is our only hope. In verse 20, it says, "For the terrible one is brought to naught." All right, terrible one, the wicked, Esau, Edom. "And the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off." All right. Now I just remember, hey, the water of Yahweh Shem Yashah, B'Shem Kwakadash. That's what I was going to get. Let me go back to Revelation 2 real quick. Alright, so yeah, I was going to get this. That was the point I was going to make. Come back to me. The water of Yahweh Shem Yashah. Revelation 2 verse 10. Alright. "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison." Okay, and so I say we know who the devil is, the wicked, Esau, Edom, so-called white man. But you might have people say, well, what if the police, the military guy that's coming to the door, works for Esau, is a so-called Negro or a Moabite, a so-called Chinese, or whatever, you know what I mean? All right, and again, at the end of the day, they're working for Esau, and this was the precept I was gonna get. Hand joining hand, the wicked should not go unpunished. Proverbs chapter I'll get both these. Proverbs chapter 11 verse 21 says, "Though hand join in hand, the wicked should not be unpunished." All right, so hey, at the end of the day, whomever is joining hand, all right, with the wicked, whether they be of Israel or not. All right, we know that it's going to be a 2/3, and like say Romans 11, verse 7. I don't think that's it actually. Is that one? Not, it might be. Not all Israel is of Israel. All right, but anyways, continue on. Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked should not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. All right, so, again, Lord willing, be part of that, deliverance that is to come. This is Proverbs 16, verse 5. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to Yahweh. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. All right, it says, verse 16. Or Slakia, verse 6, Proverbs 16, verse 6, by mercy and truth iniquity is purged, and by the fear of the Lord Yahweh men depart from evil. Whew. When a man's ways please Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Alright, so, we're going to have faith in these times to come, alright? And understand, it's Yahweh Shem Yahshua will, alright, whatever is to come, we just have to stay prayed up, have faith, the Lord going to deliver us out of whatever situation, that may come to pass, alright, and give us strength to, endure until the end, alright. I think that's pretty much all I got, though. Let me get this real quick. Matthew chapter 10, verse 22. In the words of Yahushua, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. Hey, and as you can see, starting with the elder apostles on down, like my brothers. Hey, even these other camps, that are supposed to be, leaders of Israel. They deep down inside, you can tell they got some hatred, towards the GMS brothers and like-minded brothers, all right? And like I say, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, for Yahushua's sake. But he that endured to the end shall be saved. All right. So again, we through the Spirit, we understand the times we're in, and we understand what has to happen, what is to come, all right? And we understand the end game. And again, we're not bugging out, Lord willing, how much should I keep that Spirit on us? We're not going to bug out, and we're going to endure until the end. And this, like say Isaiah 33 verse 6, wisdom and knowledge should be a stability of our times, and strength, salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. All right, so that's what it is. But with that, Lord willing, it's an edifying lesson. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Akwakadash, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Ba'al, DTA soon. Shalom.